Cool. All right. Chris, thanks for being on the show, dude.
What's up, man? You're welcome.
Thank you. I had to reschedule and
No worries. Thanks for having me.
yeah, dude. My pleasure. So everybody who's tuning in, this is the Sweet 206 podcast. Here with Chris Hall. And
You put this out on Anchor only?
Anchor, iTunes,
Gotcha.
Gcast, Overcast. I forget
What's
which.
Gcast? Google?
Yeah, something like that.
Didn't even know that
But putting it on Anchor, it distributes it to all the other platforms.
Yeah.
For
Sure.
Oh, let me change my level. So, Chris, I met you at you and Sarah Dietschy's
Hustle
event, Hustle NY.
Mm-hmm.
We went to the after party, and
Yeah.
I was really impressed with how you were able to put that event together. And then I remember that's where we linked up. We switched Instagrams and just started talking. And then
Mm-hmm.
I started looking into your stuff, and I noticed that you're involved in all types of things. And I was like, whoa, this guy, it's interesting. And I'm very interested as to like how you even got to your position, you know, like what's your story, man?
So I was born in New York City. I was born in Manhattan. I'm 24 now.
Oh, you're young.
Yeah. Yeah?
Yeah, man, you're young.
How old are you?
How old do you think I am?
Oh, my God. 25?
Okay, so I just turned 31.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, you could be 26 or 7, but...
Thank you.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you. But yeah, you're young, dude.
So, so I was born in Manhattan. Went to school and everything here my whole life. I went to a film high school in Queens. It was like imagine like a college film curriculum basically, but in high school. It was pretty similar to a college film experience, and I did that, and I became a professional photographer on the side of that. So I was really good at making films. But then on my own, I learned photography. And I ended up doing pretty well in that, for a 16-year-old. Like I was shooting for like NBA. I was shooting for like Carmelo Anthony.
At 16.
Yeah. Like Netflix shows, comedy specials and stuff like that. With my friend who was doing the video. So he was working directly for Carmelo Anthony's website at the time, and they needed someone for stills. He was doing video, so he recommended me. We were the two like most engaged people in the whole high school, basically. Like we would literally stay there like every night after school was over till like 9-10 p.m. Like we were those guys.
No,
like
but
in the editing lab.
But that's what you got to do, man.
Yeah. No, we had like no life, and it's just like now, I still have no life besides work. So
Patrick was on the last podcast, and that's what we were talking about. Like, dude, it's just constantly we're just working.
Yeah. I mean, well, yeah, exactly. So I did that. The other main thing I did as around that time was I actually sang in this group. It's a nonprofit organization called the Young People's Chorus of New York City. It's a chorus, and it's a chorus, but there's a stigma with choruses that they're like bad and like not successful. Like this one was like one of the best in the world. We toured internationally, sang for like the president, the Pope. We did like international tours to Japan for a month. I went to Japan for a month, did 23 cities in 30 days.
Wait. So how did this choir group get put together?
Well, it started because the founder Francisco Nunez, he wanted to bring basically kids of different backgrounds, like cultural, racial, economic backgrounds together through music, because music is like a really good way to do that.
100%.
And it's been 30 years since then, so it's the 30th anniversary this year. But that got me into music seriously, and we did like serious tours, like I said, across the world and everything. So when that was over, you kind of graduated high school. I stayed for a few more years after as like a artist in residence, they call it, like a ringer, to help the other kids, because I was still in New York and there were a few of those. But I also ended up working for them at the time. So I was working like directly with the founder and the kind of, I would say, marketing department, but there wasn't really a marketing department at all. So I was basically doing all the photo, video, and social media, internet stuff.
What year was this?
I was like 17 or 18 at the time.
Oh, what year is that?
That would be 6 years, like 2011, 12, 13.
Okay, so you were running basically that whole company.
Yes, yeah. So I mean, I was doing.
That's a lot, man.
They had a dedicated concert photographer, but I was doing all the other like, in-house photography and making films that were like promotional films for the concerts, and also shooting all the live shows that weren't like the main 4 shows. We do 150 shows a year.
Dude, props to you.
150 a year.
That's what I'm saying. Props to you for even being able to do that. That's a lot of work.
Thanks. Yeah, yeah. So I did that, and it was fun, but eventually I left because it's just, I mean, I'm not going to work at a nonprofit.
Yeah.
Right now.
But that's a great experience though, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And I hope to be, I would stay involved with them for a long time, but that got me into music and kind of working more as a day job thing. But that was my only job basically my whole life. Working part-time at a nonprofit. My only other job was I worked at Hollister, the clothing company, for like 2 months.
Hollister.
But when I was like, it was in like 2011, but I basically only had that one job at the chorus. So then after that is when I kind of got, so I went to college for like half a semester in 2012, but I left because I was able to do photography and I didn't want to be in school. And then I tried again in 2014. I went to Hunter College in the city, City University. And then in 2014, I went back there for another half semester and did this and left again because college is whack.
Were you just not feeling it?
College is whack.
You're just not feeling it.
Yeah. I mean, if I was admitted to some prestigious, amazing college, it'd be a different story. Trust me. Like I would have loved to go to Harvard or whatever, but I mean for Hunter, hell no, it's not worth it.
And
no city university is worth my time.
And then also
at that point,
when you were at 16 and you were basically like a professional photographer at that point, and you saw you were getting exposed to that field and you were able to make money, and then you're going to college and.
Yeah, I mean honestly, the thing about college is just that the teachers were great. Were fine. Most of them were fine, and some of them were great, I would say. But and this is at like a city university, so it's not a bad school by any means. It's a pretty good school actually. But the other students were just such a drag on me. Like that's what just killed me. I'm like I can't associate with these people. Basically, it's like it was that bad. Like these people just had no goals whatsoever.
I think it's important that you were able to like realize
their goal was to pass the class and go home and like sleep,
I think it's really important that you realize that though, that you're able to be like, these people that I'm surrounded by, I can't have that kind of those kind of thoughts or energies around me.
And in some cases, some of the classes, like the bigger classes were good in terms of the teachers were good, like economics and political science, stuff like that. But some of the smaller classes had teachers that I was like, how is this person allowed to teach? Actually, I never would have thought I would think that, but I'm like, sure. Like if someone from I took this computer science class where like I was answering like half the questions in the class, and it was clear that the teacher didn't know some of this either, stuff that I knew, which shouldn't be the case. So, and I'm not even that. I mean, I own a tech company, so I'm more technical than most, but I'm not like a developer even.
You own a tech company?
Yeah.
Dude, see, I'm so glad that you're. I'm just interested to see how like you got involved in everything.
I mean, our company is a tech company, at the core. So
okay, so then you went back to college a second time,
yeah,
and then you also like decided to just leave from there.
I went back because I don't know, maybe I gave into some peer pressure. I don't even remember, but I did it again, and it's just the same thing. I just have no motivation. I just had no motivation to be there at all, and I didn't see how it was helping me at all. And I think that's probably one of the better decisions I've ever made. No, I mean, man. Even now, I feel like, I mean, there are people who I like graduated high school with or around the same age, that maybe I didn't go to high school with them, but they were around the same age going to college. Yeah. Some of them are like still in school.
Yes.
Like in getting their masters or whatever. And I'm like, you guys are still in school?
Yep.
Like I've done so much. I've been working for like 6-7 years since you went in. Like, wow.
Yeah,
and I just hope that it's worth it for them because they took a lot of time.
Yeah, school's not for everybody, right? Like some people just don't see it. Like it doesn't just work for them. And then I think people just have way more, and some people have more ambition than others.
Yeah.
Because I talk to Patrick about this sometimes. And I'm like, dude, sometimes I wish I had like a normal job.
Uh-huh.
Like a normal job that you know what's gonna happen every day. But then I know I don't really want that either.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want that as much as I.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. It's kind of interesting. It's kind of a similar way to how I think about like entrepreneurship, because to me, after working for myself, even though it hasn't brought me any insane riches or anything at this point, right?
Yeah.
like nothing. Like it's basically brought me nothing. Like because I like put it all into the business, right? I've literally gotten almost no personal gain for like last 5-6 years working on my own shit.
Like if you measure monetarily,
yeah,
but I think like all this experience is great for you.
That's
man.
right. That's
you know
right.
What I mean, like
that's what I mean. That's what I mean. But by like living standards or financially, nothing. Like literally nothing for the past 5-6 years. But after going through this experience and doing that, it's like I think it's so foolish to work for someone else.
I agree with you, man.
And you don't understand it until you like go through it. And I see someone I see my friends who, I don't have that many friends who aren't entrepreneurs, to be honest now, but I know people who are they work at a 9 to 5 for some like whatever like agency or something.
Insert agency name, whatever.
Yeah, VaynerMedia or some shit. No, I'm just kidding. They're cool.
No, they are,
but some other boring job basically, and I'm like, it's like they're a slave to someone else, and you're literally working for someone else's success, and I can see that from the outside, and it's just the craziest thing to realize that people do that. It's just like, why would you ever do that?
Sometimes
but I guess why is because they can't do the alternative and they're not willing to try it.
I think it's the not willing to try it is what it is, because
some people are very capable, but they just don't want to take the risk.
Yeah, man, they're not sure, and I think that's what's important about surrounding yourself with different people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you need to expose yourself to different people, and if you have a different kind of set of goals, you need to explore and find people that have similar goals so that they could kind of help you go in that direction that you want to.
If you I guess I should finish your first question with my story.
Your story.
Right? So, just to finish that.
So at the second time college.
The second time in college. So in between that, I met my co-founder of what our company is now. His name is Mohammed Mosayyed, and I met him in like 2011 or something. We met through a mutual friend from my high school. Mm-hmm. And we met up in an Apple store, and then from there we started working together, and they were originally, so it was him and these two other guys who were original co-founders, but now, since then have left. They left like 2 years ago because they weren't cut out for the life.
It happens.
They removed themselves, which is good, but basically they were working on it's more the idea stage at that point, a little bit of development, mostly idea. It was a product called iSwap, and it was basically a local version of Craigslist, like a local how would you? It's so old. I don't even remember how to describe it. Like it's basically a smarter version of Craigslist, right?
Okay.
That where you can post items, and we connect people based on location and when they can meet up and their schedules and stuff like that. So like a smarter version of Craigslist, and like hyper local to where you are, like in the same block, in the same neighborhood, stuff like that. It's equivalent to what like current apps, like current buying and selling apps are today. Big Letgo and OfferUp. Yeah,
stuff
exactly,
like that. Okay.
Exactly. So we were working on that like in 2011, 7 years ago.
Dude.
So that was the original idea, but basically we wanted to start off with sneakerheads as a market. So my co-founder Mosayyed was working on basically worked on and built the first version of Kickster just on his own, and it was basically a sneaker release dates app. And then that basically got so many downloads over the next few months that we just switched the whole company to that practically.
I'm a huge fan of sneakers. And so you started Kickster, the sneaker app.
Yeah, so we did. I mean,
Yes.
my co-founder, it was completely his idea to build it as a way to drive sneakerheads into our kind of community, you know, into our company, to lead them to iSwap. But that that ended up getting such good downloads doing nothing. We got like 40,000 downloads across a few months, which is doing nothing. That's
big.
incredible. People way overestimate how many downloads like apps get in the app store. Like if you get 2,000 in a day, you're like top 50 apps in the category, most categories.
Top 50.
Yeah. So we got up to like top 20. Between like 220 was our range pretty much. And we basically, built that out over 2 years and added every feature under the sun to it. We built a full social media platform around sneakers.
Is Kickstart still up and growing?
No. So I'll explain why. Because so basically
I've heard of that app. I've had it before.
Yeah. Oh, Kickstart. Cool.
Yeah. Like a while back.
Yeah. We got around like 400, a little bit over 400,000 downloads, I think.
That's why when who told me? Somebody told me they were like, "Oh yeah, he's the co-founder of Kickstart." I was like, "What? That's wild."
Cool.
But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
So basically we added so many features. We added we had a full social media platform, so you could post pictures of your shoes, your outfit, whatever, get comments, get likes, DM people. There was a profile system. Like we built that DM system from scratch. We put in like 2 years of development into it, but basically we had a problem where it didn't have the focus that it originally had, and it wasn't really doing anything for our company, if that makes sense. Like it wasn't making us money. It wasn't growing the community really. It wasn't doing as well as we wanted to. So basically we took it down to rework it. And during that time, which was like, we took it down like late 2017. And basically during that time, we came up with an idea for another product called Showroom, which we're building now and it's about to come out.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit about that.
And then we'll relaunch Kickster, and we'll have both Kickster and Showroom.
Got it.
So Showroom is a website where you can make your own fashion brand in less than 5 minutes.
In less than 5 minutes.
And no money up front, no production experience, no shipping, nothing, no point of sale setup. It's just the ease. It's like making a post on Instagram.
I think
it's like magic.
Exactly, like magic.
It feels like magic.
I think that's always the key word when it comes to these apps or anything that's becoming more and more like everything nowadays is commoditized, right? Like you can buy and sell stuff on eBay instantly. Now the app that you're talking about, you can start a fashion line instantly through an app, and then
this is actually a website.
Through a website,
but it works on the phone too.
Yeah, and then so you set up the point of sales. Everything is shipping, delivering.
Yeah, that's right. So basically, you come with your idea, right? And then you upload the artwork and you choose your product line based. And our whole product line is like pieces that are already used in streetwear and like Kanye merch and like Antisocial Social Club uses it and Supreme uses it, stuff like that. So it's like very tailored. And basically, after you choose your product line, we automatically generate your own website. So there's no setup at all. There's like literally not even one button clicked for the setup of the site. And then you have that, you can send it out, put it on your Instagram bio, whatever, or however you want to get it out. We even give you marketing images. We generate you images with your products and stuff. Sick. For swipe ups. It's pretty cool. And then when you get a sale, we make it and ship it for you. It's really that simple.
Do you store their product too, or
no? It's all on demand.
It's all on demand. Got it.
Yeah, that's how we can make it so that you don't need to put up any money up front. For any, you could literally make a showroom never sell one thing and never pay, or you could sell one thing and make $10 or whatever.
Dude, that's
or
sick.
you could sell 100,000.
Exactly.
You know,
dude. The way I feel like the way your mind works is just different from a lot of people. Like we were talking about where. Like the 9-to-5 people, like
right.
They have ideas, but they never kind of execute. And it seems like you're executing, man. Like I feel like you're getting involved in the right places at the right times.
I think yeah. I mean, I think the other reason why we really like the showroom idea is because of the people that we know, like all the YouTubers and stuff.
That's what I was gonna steer towards is how you got involved in
you
that.
see, not just I'll totally get into that story, but it's not just like this isn't just for a use case for like YouTubers or influencers or celebrities. Or companies, it really actually came from knowing a lot of other young creators that are not YouTubers or anything, but they want to start their own fashion line, or I get a DM about because they see we had a fashion line for a little bit.
What was the name of it?
It was called Kickster Collection.
Okay.
It was like Kickster merch basically.
Got it.
And they would ask me, do you have any advice on like starting my own fashion line? How do you do it? How do I make shirts? And like I could give them the email to the factory or something, but that's not going to help because it's a million steps.
Yeah.
And like, do you have $1,000 to put up for inventory right now, like liquid cash in your wallet? Probably not. If you're a kid, and if you do, and even if you do, and you save up or whatever, that's really risky. So it's no good way to do it, and it's very political, and it's very very difficult, and you need to be an entrepreneur basically. Like you need to make it your full-time job to do that. I made the fashion brand without any experience because it's like I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna die trying type of attitude. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't that hard for me, but it is very hard for the average kid. So it really came from that. But then it had the added benefit of, wait, we know all these YouTubers who are struggling with merch solutions. Some don't have any because they're so bad, and some are doing it but not happy. And it's like, oh, this is like perfect for them.
It's a market, man. There's a market.
So now basically our client, we call our customers like clients. They're basically clients because they have their own customers. So like our clients are this is not out, to be clear. It's coming out in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But our clients will be kind of divided into creators without an audience, probably young creators without an audience, no money, nothing, no experience. We have solutions perfect for them. There's also the influencer / celebrity. So even if you have 25K, 50K, 100K, a million, 10 million, or if you're DJ Khaled or whatever, you can use this, and it's basically the same underlying tech. It's just a slightly different solution and the experience we can give and like
Got it.
And stuff like that. And then there's a version for companies, which is kind of lesser. We're not going to push it that much because it's not as important as the creators and the YouTubers and stuff, I think, but we'll still have it because hopefully it can give us money to support the other two.
No, of course.
Clients. And then so it works for all those people.
Dude, you're making me want to start a merch line.
Everyone does if it was easy enough.
You know what? Exactly.
You know what I mean?
The fact that that's what's sparking my interest. I'm like, oh shit, this sounds easy. I might do this.
Yeah. I mean, all you need to do is like work on your graphics, your vision, like, and that's the fun part. And then the other fun part's like doing the photo shoot and making the Instagram or whatever.
You're taking care of all the logistics.
All the stuff in the middle is gone.
Stuff that nobody wants to do.
Yeah, it's like you can like have, imagine like you and your friends are in high school. You're like 16, like freshman in high school, and you have this idea for fashion line like a Monday. You can like have samples by the next Monday.
Dude, that's great.
Like if you're fast enough, or like you could be let's say you have the idea on a Monday, like you could like come up with the graphics and everything and do it that week, and then by like the next week you'd be doing like a photo shoot with the samples.
There's always money to be made.
Instagram and stuff.
There's always money to be made and stuff that nobody wants to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that process would take around probably like 6 to 8 weeks without us.
Yeah, man.
Instead of 1 week.
You guys are making it really simple and commoditizing
and
the whole thing.
even if you did the same thing and try to do it on Shopify with an app or something, it's still too complicated for the average person. Only entrepreneurs use Shopify for a reason. It's $30 a month commitment, even if you don't sell anything. It's a lot of setup. You have to set up your own site with all the modules and stuff. You have to add the products manually. You have to connect apps for coupons or whatever.
And that right there, everything you're describing is why most people stick to their 9 to 5.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Nobody wants to put in the legwork.
Yeah, and I think that this is definitely going to make some entrepreneurs, I feel, of this product.
100%.
Which is cool too.
No, that's awesome that you're enabling that. And I think that's just again, it shows that I feel like you're thinking differently than the average person.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think it's just you got to make life worth living. You know what I mean? Like,
Totally.
what are you gonna do? Just chill?
That's what a lot of people just want to do, is just chill and
I don't
watch
get it.
movies, watch TV.
I wouldn't. I would feel good doing that if I was doing something else. Then of
course.
they're like, okay, now can have a second. I think that makes sense. But to like work a day job for someone else and then you feel stressed by that, so you need to relieve it by doing nothing, basically.
Yeah, it's weird.
Or just doing leisure. It's kind of weird if you think about it.
It is.
And also it's like I want to die like a legend, you know, like to myself, you know,
Totally.
like just for myself, like I want to die knowing like, wow, I really did everything I wanted to do, or like I really tried.
Or you
my
put
best.
it all on the table. You know
Otherwise,
what I
what's
mean?
the point? Might as well be in the ground right now.
Exactly. I it's interesting how you said that, you know, it's weird, but to a lot of people, man, you said it's weird if you think about it. And I feel like a lot of people aren't really thinking about that. You know
They're
what
in the
I mean?
Matrix.
Yeah.
They're totally stuck in the Matrix of what every it's very difficult to
It is, man.
to come out of the Matrix, or whatever you would call it, because when you're told from birth
Yep.
that this is how you do it, it's very difficult to change that. Think about oppression. Think about oppression in immigrant neighborhoods and stuff
Yep.
like that. Like, it's, you know, my co-founder is from Bangladesh, right? So he moved here when he was like 1 year old. So he's pretty
American.
much American,
He's
as American
American.
as you can get, right?
Yeah.
But still, he lives in in Jackson Heights, and even, you know, I live in Harlem, and like there's different, like, you know, neighborhood, you know, Chinatown, and
Yep.
you know, place in Queens and Brooklyn, like people oppress each other. You know what I mean?
100%.
And it happens with those like communities from different countries, but it also happens just on a macro scale. You know, like people in general are kind of oppressive, I think, in that they don't want anyone to be more successful than them, and that keeps the net output lower.
Yeah. I was talking to my friend about this, and I feel like a lot of people don't even like talking about their own successes to a lot of people, because nobody really like gives you a pat on the back. You know what I mean? People are they're like, oh, you did that. Oh, that's cool. And then they
Right.
kind of just brush it off.
For me though, the thing that bothers me is just like the general just lack of encouragement.
No, exactly. They don't give you that. They don't.
And you don't believe it's possible because of that.
Yeah, totally.
And even me or people I work with, like at some points you fall into a trap where it's like, is this possible? And I think it is. Just no one's tried it. You know what I mean? Or no one wants to try it.
Or nobody you know has tried it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then I feel like that's where you have to surround yourself around people
Yeah.
that are willing to try.
If you can grow up in an environment where it's like everyone tells you, you know, you could do whatever you set your mind to, basically, that's powerful.
Yeah, you don't know what could happen then, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you want to talk about YouTubers?
Yes, yeah, like how,
Okay.
because then when I know Sarah, I used to, when I worked at Beam, Sarah stopped by, and I was a fan of
Gotcha.
Sarah because I remember when I first heard about Sarah is when Casey shouted her out.
Yeah.
And then I just watched her channel just like explode. I was like, oh my God, that
Yeah.
that influence is crazy.
What I like about Sarah is that she got the boost, right, from like 4,000 to 40,000 in a day, but she's at 340 now.
Dude, her content
She wrote it out.
her content is
She's not riding that at all.
is
at
dope
this
as
point,
yes,
you
her
know?
content is dope as hell. I remember watching like all her creative spaces.
Creative Spaces TV.
Dude, I was like, yo, she's killing it. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to do that. You know what I mean? Like, just
Her
in her-
content's great, and she's really consistent at it, and she
Yes.
puts in the work. You know, she's dedicated her whole life to it, and it shows.
So how did you get involved with all the YouTubers?
Let's see. I guess I could start with Jack because
Coin.
You know, yeah, Jack Coin. Yeah.
Shout outs to Jack Coin.
I guess because
That's the homie, man.
I'm thinking because that's how I met Sam.
Shout outs to
and-
Sam.
Yeah, shout out to Sam right there. So let's see. All right, so I know Jack's brother. I sang with Jack's brother in the group.
In the
How
group.
crazy is that?
Okay, in the
In the
chorus.
chorus, we went on tour to Japan together.
Okay, so that's where this
Kieran Coin. Shout out Kieran Coin.
Yeah, shout outs to
The other
Kieran, man.
Coin.
It's the homie.
So, do you know Kieran?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He helped with some Casey videos and
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. He was the Yeti in that one video where he like poured water on Casey or something.
In the I wasn't there for that, but in the alleyway.
Challenge?
Yeah,
in the alleyway. Yeah. I don't know if it's ice bucket challenge or not, but yeah. So I knew Kieran, and then but anyway, I just knew Kieran. He didn't introduce me or anything, but I hit. It was like at the beginning of Beam. I definitely knew. I knew about Casey since he had like 300K.
Yeah, man, me too. That's when I was a fan of him, like huge fan.
Because like I was a bike commuter as well, and in New York,
bike lanes and
yeah. I bike commuted every day to my job at the chorus. So in Lincoln Center, and I live in Harlem. So I bike commuted, and that's how I probably found his content.
Okay.
So I knew about Casey like from when he was like 200 or 300K subs, I think. But my first point of contact, I think, was Jack, because when they were starting Beam, I don't think I knew anyone I don't think I knew anyone working with Casey or anything at that point, except Jack. And I reached out on Twitter, and at that point I was working with Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
So I was like shooting him, and because of my friend who did the video, remember? So I was shooting with him at like private events, like IWC watches. He was doing a thing there, like Boys and Girls Club, stuff like that. And then I only ended up doing a few events with him in person, but those are like two of the main ones.
Still, those are big events, dude.
Yeah, and then I got a lot of content out of it.
Yeah.
And then so I did that, and I was talking with Jack on Twitter DM, and I was like, "Do you want to get Carmelo Anthony on Beam?" So I ended up getting like Carmelo Anthony's family on Beam, basically.
Dope.
And like his brother or something who like manages Lala.
So you pitched Beam to Carmelo's family, or like,
yeah,
dude, good looks, man.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah. And then so I don't know how it worked out, but I know they did. I think they did onboard them.
Okay.
But anyway, so yeah, I was like I was in the Beam beta and stuff. Like I actually remember I think I got a Beam from like Logan Paul and Casey on a plane or something. That's pretty cool. And who's that other guy? The French guy.
It starts with
Jerome Jarre.
Jerome Jarre.
Jerome Jarre.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
so
the homie
what
too,
happened to
man.
him?
Last I checked, he was doing stuff, I think,
Kinda
in
fell
the
off
Philippines, or he was doing some missionary stuff.
He's doing philanthropy stuff. All right,
yeah,
cool.
he was like providing lights to villages that didn't
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
lights.
Okay, but he's still active on content.
I don't know about if he's active on content, but dude, that's he's one of the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
I just feel like I haven't seen much of him. So
Yeah. What's he up to? 1.8 million followers.
Is he still he's still active?
When was his latest? When was his latest post?
October 21st, 2017.
So
He's like he's AFK.
It's interesting because he's one of the first people that made me realize that social media is crossing the boundaries to mainstream media. Because I remember watching, I was on Snapchat or something, or Vine, and I remember watching him, and I saw him at a runway for Zoolander 2, and I see Ben Stiller take his phone and start like doing his Derek Zoolander thing. And I remember watching it, I was like, oh, holy shit, that's a Vine guy, and now he's messing with Ben Stiller, and it crossed that line, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was a while back, and I was like,
he's big.
I was like, oh shit, social media is becoming.
He was really big.
Social media is becoming a thing, and now
Bro.
it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I got Mello on Beam, and then I guess I just started developing a relationship with Jack, and at that point I was also running Snapchat filters for DJ Khaled.
What?
And do you know what this?
No, I don't.
Oh my god.
Wait, what do you mean you were running Snapchat filters?
Yeah, man. I ran like 300 million views of filters for him. It was like the highest performing Snapchat filter run by an individual on the platform.
Wait, what do you mean you were running filters to him though?
Like I made the filters from my house for Khaled.
For Khaled.
Yeah.
How did you get that?
Like without his permission, or they didn't know. I just started making them, and he ended up using them.
How were you able to get them to him though?
They're on the live Snapchat platform. So he was there. I knew where he was going to be. I have a whole section on my website if you want to look at them. Or if you even pull them out now, I don't know if you want.
What?
ChrisHall.nyc, and then go to projects.
That's wild.
Go to projects on the top. Yeah, that was it.
So you were.
Oh yeah.
You were making just Snapchat filters.
You can scroll down to examples. Yeah. Can you see this?
Yeah. So you were making these.
See that?
Kickster. And he was using them.
Yeah, it's his account. DJ Khaled, Kickster Party Las Vegas at Live. I wasn't there. There was no Kickster Party.
You were just making those.
I made that from my house. I was asleep.
And he was using them.
Yeah, that's right.
Even though there was no Kickster party.
He used it hundreds of times over a few months.
Even if there was no Kickster party, he was just using it.
That's right.
Did you see a huge...
This is the number one highest performing Snapchat filter executed by an individual on the history of the platform, as far as I know.
So did you see...
I got you see the CPM there. But I got like in total like 250 million views on the filter.
So did you see Kickster. A huge boost?
We saw Kickster? A big boost in downloads, yeah.
Dude, props to you.
But homie. That's like how I got involved with like Gary Vee and shit.
Okay, wait. So back to Jack.
Back to Jack. I was running Snapchat filters for Khaled, so I told that to Jack, and then I was just seeing how I could give value to you guys, and I was pitching that maybe I could help with running filters for VidCon, Beam filters for VidCon.
Okay.
At the time, and we didn't end up doing it. We didn't end up doing it for whatever reason, but eventually, I basically got these. Basically, Tesla was opening up a store in Brooklyn, and I got like tickets to it somehow. I have no idea how. I don't own a Tesla or anything, but anyway, I had these two invites to it. So I invited Jack because I didn't really know anyone else like who was like into like Teslas. I said, do you want to come? And like, if you want, you can bring someone from the office. Like, I don't care. Cause I have 2 tickets. And then he ended up bringing Sam. So Sam Sheffer. So at this point, Sam has like 3,000 subscribers on YouTube or something. I knew who he was, but I have this very, all right. I have a really good strategy with approaching celebrities.
Okay.
Or not that. All right, Sam's not a celebrity. Let's be clear.
Sam's doing his thing, though. Sam's doing his thing.
But I'm saying people who might think that they're popular.
Okay.
It's that is what I mean. Like if they have a following, you know, some people have like 2,000 followers. And
yes.
They're like hot shit, right? So people who might think they're popular or famous or something, like for some reason I'm very good at approaching these people and making them think that like I'm not a fan and etc. And that's why it worked with Khaled, and I've done it with like Kanye's team and Travis Scott and everything like that. But
so wait, you've worked with Kanye's team and
I've worked with Mike Dean, he is producer. Yeah,
interesting.
On the Travis Scott tour, but the way I do it is like basically I acted like I didn't know Sam at all.
Okay,
or I'd never seen any of his content.
Okay,
because that way there's
but you have.
I did see a few,
and you knew who he was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I did know, but when I originally met him, I acted like I didn't really, because then it creates a more natural kind of relationship. I feel
like they're normal people.
Yeah, and also I don't want him to think I have any context on him because also it could be wrong. You know what I mean? Like what you see on YouTube is not what happens in real life necessarily.
Yep.
So I met Sam, and then Sam was like a huge sneakerhead and hypebeast, like still is. So we bonded over that a little bit. Not that I really was, but we had the app, we had Kickster, and so we talked about that, and like we went to the Tesla event and he did a video and stuff, and we just kind of stayed in touch and became really really tight. We rode his boosted board together and everything.
And then so is that where from there it stemmed from Jack to Sam.
Yeah, so from there I started picking up steam with YouTubers, and it was like, I think I met, so I would have met Sarah through kind of no matter what, because a lot of networks converged on kind of Sarah because I knew Sam, who ended up knowing her. And I offered, so Sarah moved here from Texas and she didn't have her boosted board, and I offered I offered my boosted board to her through Sam, but then also I ended up meeting like Gary V Team, but that was also through Sarah anyway. So I guess it is from Sam to Sarah, probably. So from Jack to Sam to Sarah,
And
probably.
you're just involved with Sarah Dietschy, like John Hill.
Oh yeah. So then from there it's went to like John Hill, her boyfriend, Brett Conti, Cody Jensen, and a million other people. Like, and but you see now it's beyond YouTubers. It's like artists. Like I know the guy. I helped. His name was Ket Nips. He does this art.
Yeah.
He's doing a pop up at Doton Space.
Doton down the street.
393.
See, dude, yo,
I linked them up. We did the pop up there as well.
Yeah, man. When I heard about your pop up party and we got invited to it, I was like, oh shit, this is
He has
dope.
an Instagram that has the art too.
Yeah, man, and it's dope. It's legit. You guys did a live podcast with Sarah's podcast,
Yeah,
right?
that was all Sarah
Dude,
on the podcast. But the Hustle and Why event was the
Was
that's me and her produced that. So
was that your guys' second event or
like fourth
event?
third or fourth, yeah.
Dude,
We didn't meet. I met India. You know India, Craig's girlfriend,
Yes.
and works at VaynerMedia.
yes,
Ask Gary V show.
yeah, man.
Alum.
Shout outs to them, dude.
Yeah. I met India at the first, like at the -1 Hustle and Why. It's like the precursor to the event, which was Sarah's idea at this. She was basically living with this woman at the time in New York, and she did an event there at her house, and it was like a smaller version of Hustle and Why, but that ended up being Hustle and Why. So basically, when I took that idea that she had and found a venue and stuff, and then we made it into a bigger event, and that was the first Hustle and Why.
Let people know what Hustle NY is for anybody.
It's basically like a private event that me and Sarah produce and co-host and invite everyone to, which is basically like the best creators and entrepreneurs that we know. So it ends up being a lot of like big YouTubers, big entrepreneurs, billionaires, that type of thing.
Yeah, man, and you guys are like connecting and letting them network, and
Yeah,
dude, it's really interesting what you're doing, man.
We take like the biggest and best creators we could find in New York, and whoever is willing to come to New York, like, and put them in one room, basically.
Yeah, man, you're enabling people. You're enabling people to make those connections and to
It's kind
create.
of similar to what you guys are doing at 368, but event form.
No, totally, I agree, 100%.
Yeah, but yeah, so that's how I met Sarah, and then so we're doing Sarah's merch. So
Awesome.
She's our first client in that kind of space.
Colin, could you pull up Sarah? Does she have merch up right now?
No,
Nothing yet.
not yet.
Okay.
It's dropping in like a week or two though.
Nice,
The first collection with us, yeah, it's really good.
dude. I'm excited to see that. I'm
It's
definitely.
cool.
I'm gonna keep an eye out for that, man.
But that, yeah, so I really expanded it from YouTubers to like so because of the Khaled thing, I had a lot of clout in Snapchat and like the hip hop marketing scene, and
Dude, that's huge.
I took that, and I basically met so Kanye's main producer is this guy named Mike Dean, pretty much his main, maybe his second main. All right, maybe there's a Rick Rubin and Mike Dean, but Mike like wrote like he's you know how do you know Mike Dean?
No.
Of him? Okay. So you know how Kanye has started a few like 5 or 6 years ago started to have that like synth sound
Yes.
like in all his songs?
Yeah.
That's Mike.
From like
playing
808s and Heartbreaks. Is that the album?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
But like all the songs from then on is like a lot of them Mike wrote,
Dope.
and like he's playing the synths on and everything like that. So like for example when there was like the Life of Pablo tour,
Yeah.
Mike is the DJ and playing live keys and guitar on the tour.
And you know this guy,
and-
Mike.
Yeah, I've been to his house.
Dope.
And same thing for Travis Scott. So there's Chase B, which is Travis Scott's DJ.
Okay.
But then there's also Mike right next to him who's playing live guitar and piano. So I started doing filters for him. Like I was backstage at Travis Scott in New York last year, like with Mike and Virgil Abloh and Heron Preston and shit.
Dude, you're making the right connections.
Doing Snapchat filters there.
You're making the right connections, man.
So it's just, you know, I've gotten good at that.
So wait, how did you meet?
Figuring out how to give value to the people how do you give value to?
How did you get involved with Mike Dean? Is that his name?
Yeah, I met his like right hand man, basically. Dude, at a random like birthday party for my friend.
See, this is why you got to meet people. That's why I think it's really important to meet strangers, man. And like,
but you see, I'm not, you know, the cool thing about like meeting someone like that is not even, I don't even care about working with Kanye really, or meeting him, or, I mean, of course I'd like to, but that's not my goal.
Yeah.
With it, I think the cool part is that the other way, because now you're exposed to all the artists that are coming up under him, and he's starting to sign artists, and even more the guy who works with him. His name is Kez, and he was, even though Kez led me to work with Mike and Travis's team or whatever. It's really all Mike. It's not Travis's team, but it's Mike as an individual. You know, because I met Kez, you know, Kez is working with artists and producing, and like he's producing for Nicki Minaj and Justin Timberlake but those are the big artists. I'm even more excited about all the people who are coming up
and coming. Yeah,
you know, so that allows me to kind of have a hand in that. So really, I'm kind of at the. It's funny. I used to produce a lot of music in high school. I used to produce a rapper in high school, who went to high school with us and stuff. So it's funny.
Were you like pushing CDs and everything? And
no, just SoundCloud.
Gotcha.
But it's funny. Like now, because you know, because of not going to college and working and stuff, and my ability to do this, like I just have so many options if I wanted to do something else, you know, which is cool.
Yeah, you put in the work.
I could go into music, and go into tech, even like finance, real estate, all of which I'm interested in.
You have the freedom to do it, man.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of that experience that you were willing to do and put in the work. And
yeah,
like you said, you had no life, you know, you sacrificed that. And
yeah. I mean, like I said, I've had negligible personal financial gain or lifestyle gain from it. At all, almost nothing. But on the flip side, it's like all this opportunity. Like I have wealth in other ways, you know. It's like I have wealth of the relationships and the connections and the opportunity. And I mean, I do plenty of cool things, you know. But they don't require money. It's really either what I've realized is like either you have to pay your way in or you earn it. You earn your way in.
Yeah, man.
There's options. You know,
dude.
It's like with thing about Gary Vee, right?
Yeah.
Like either you pay your way in by like paying to see him talk, hiring him to speak, doing the 4Ds thing where you can go in and pay him $10,000 and sit in on a day at VaynerMedia.
What?
Or you earn your way in like me.
Grind it out.
I know those guys. I know Gary Vee's brand director, videographers, business development, everything.
They were in your event.
Yeah, they come to the party. And you know, I figure out how to give them value where I can, and they reciprocate. And I learned how to run Facebook ads from Gary Vee's brand director.
See, the fact that you brought that up,
it's priceless.
You're looking to give other people value, and that's what people are looking for. You know what I mean?
And looking and but the hard part is really figuring it out. You know.
What's good, Colin? Are you good?
I was just listening to that, whatever that high pitched tone. It's like a car outside backing up.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So the hard part is figuring out. It's not hard to figure out how to give value to like a high school kid, right? It's very hard to figure out how to give value to like Kanye West producer or DJ Khaled,
yes,
or Gary Vee or Casey Neistat, you know,
yeah.
or like because they've already amassed so many resources. Yeah, that's what's hard.
They have vast resources.
If you can figure that out. See, now I had the edge with the Snapchat thing because I know that no one else in the world was doing it like this. you know, and that gave me that gave me the thing to take to them and say, hey, I want to do this. I'm not asking for anything. I just want to do it because it's really cool.
I think the fact that you're able to pick up that there's potential somewhere and kind of like execute on that. I think you're taking advantage of your opportunities, and I think a lot of people just don't do that, man. Like
That's
they don't
true,
believe they don't believe in the potential. You know what I mean?
They
want like immediate results.
Yeah, look at it this way: if you get really good at if you can become really good at identifying people who you
What was that?
Donation?
Yeah. Kidox NYC.
Oh, shout outs to Kidox. Thanks, dude.
What do you do?
You donated.
Wow.
Oh, thanks, man.
Kidox.
Thanks, Kidox. I really appreciate that, dude.
You know him?
Yeah, I played
Yeah.
I played Fortnite with him.
Nice. I see. Yeah, I know him too.
Do you play Fortnite?
Yeah.
You play Fortnite
Oh,
and
yeah.
PUBG?
Yeah.
Dope. dope.
Mostly Overwatch though.
Mostly Overwatch.
Mostly
Hit me-
Overwatch,
hit me
then
with the Overwatch.
then Fortnite, then PUBG.
Do you-
I like PUBG and squads, but not solo. It's fucking depressing as well.
Do you play League?
No.
Okay.
Do you play League?
Yeah, I'm trying to get back into it, man.
Okay.
I'm trying to get back
I
into it.
played World of Warcraft and RuneScape a lot.
Dude, see, a lot of people like I think video games are for nerds, but then
It's mainstream.
yeah, man, you know what I mean?
For
Like, dude,
years.
yeah, dude. And I don't know, man. I'm a big fan of RPGs and MMOs, and
Yeah.
I'm a big ass nerd, bro. I'm a dork for that shit. I love it.
Finishing the other sentence though, right?
Yeah,
So if you can become very good at giving value to people who you think are going to be successful and maybe be of some value to you at some point in your life, whether it's just as a friend or business or whatever, then you can collect friends really fast. That's what I've become good at. I make 50 plus friends a year,
And then see, like I think
and that I keep.
and that you're also able to see that their potential. You know what I mean? Because you're looking at somebody, and you're like, oh, this person has potential.
Right.
And then like you're looking forward, you're looking ahead.
Right,
of
and I'm
time.
saying, oh, this person I think is gonna, so you're making an investment.
Yep.
Really, you're making an investment in that person
Yep.
who you think is going to become, better and keep improving themselves, and there has to be some value that you could receive back in the end, but it doesn't need to be. It could be anything. It's like every relationship is a value exchange
100%.
on some level.
Yes.
It doesn't need to be money or business, but it needs to be something. It means, okay, I hang out with this person, I feel good.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's value. That's actually really good value. It's
It really-
rare.
Yes.
So if you can find, if you want to be able to identify that really fast, and then figure out really quickly how to give someone value. It's not that hard. You just got to think about them the whole conversation.
I think the key word there is you got to think. You know what I mean, dude? A lot of people aren't thinking, man. A lot of people don't think. And dude, you can do a lot of things, man, and you'd be surprised.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised. I wanted to ask you about how like you were able to start your businesses, and like, so did you get money from people?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have people invest in your company?
Yeah, we've raised about 150,000.
See, how do you go about it? How do you go about raising?
Oh, we've raised it
money?
over the past 3 years, two and a half, 3 years. Though. So it's it's been a trickle of money. It's not all at once, but how do you go about raising it?
Yeah, like how do you like? I don't know, man. That sounds like such a daunting thing. And I think a lot of people would love to hear how you can start a
It's kinda
business.
crazy how I even figured it out too.
You know,
when I
like
think about
how do you do this? How do you start a business?
Well, the most important thing is that regardless of any legal status as a business,
Yeah.
that you are doing something that is valuable to somebody. That's the most important thing. So start with that. Don't go about incorporating the business until you think it's something that can work. Because you're only making more trouble for yourself by having a business. You have to like file taxes and everything. So, but we incorporated our business with like LegalZoom. It's very easy. And luckily I was able to, so from my experience at The Chorus, which is a nonprofit. So I was able to put together. I don't know. This is kind of how my brain works, right? Like nonprofits don't profit, right?
Yes.
They rely on donations.
Yes.
Donations come from people with extra money or wealthy people, so or successful people, right? So I knew I had already been developing relationships with a lot of the donors and board members
Got it.
at the organization, and I did photography for one of them, who had like a private equity fund, and he was like one of the first people I talked to. I'm like, hey, we're starting this business, blah blah blah. This is what it is. Do you know anyone who could help? And he led us to. His name is Adam Lerner. I still need to catch up with him. He doesn't realize how much shit he set off.
Shout out to Adam Lerner.
But the two people he introduced us to ended up being, one of them ended up being our lawyer, our general counsel, still to this day.
Dope.
So, and then he introduced me to a guy who's our advisor, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then this goes on and on for like about 50 more steps. So that's you just build out the empire like that, and that's it's kind of crazy. I'm still working on this. I'm trying to build out a visual sheet of every connection I've ever made since the first one. It's huge.
Dude,
it's like hundreds of people.
I always think
Like I built a network of like 400 or 500 people in the past 4 years, probably, in business.
dude,
From that,
it's important. It's so important.
it's I think it's because like when you start with very high quality people, you get high quality people.
Of course.
You know, it's like if you go to a fucking loser, like they're gonna give you another loser. You know what I mean?
Chances are.
Yeah.
Chances are.
So with me, it's me. Like I feel like I have like above 50% success rate on the introductions because of that. You know, if you introduce me to someone, probably like a half and half chance that we stay in touch instead of like a 10% chance like normal or 5%.
Totally.
You know. So from that, that's how you kind of build out resources. It's really a lot of it comes from people building out your network. So you need to ask people, do you know anyone who could help? And then they ask them for the introduction and keep doing that. So we built incorporating the business is not the hard part, but setting it up legally is incorporating is just the beginning of setting up a company as a legal entity, right? And the structure of it. Like you need to have a capitalization table, cap table for short, which shows who owns the whole company, but you also need to decide who owns the company. Like if me and you start the company, is it 50-50? Is it 50-50? You know, is it 60-40? So you need to decide that. And once you decide that, even if it is 50-50, you need to put that down in your company documents, in your cap table. You need to allocate stock for employees and advisors and investors. So you need to get all your shit together on that side, which basically costs you a few $1,000s minimum with a lawyer, which we did. But we did that way, way earlier than almost everyone I've ever met. We did that. I mean, we did that like 4 years ago at this point. So and we've always gotten complimented on that. So since we spent that money up front there, we looked solid as a company. We looked like we knew what we were doing. And we raised like $20K from. Our first investment was $3,000.
See, like, how do you go about that?
Our first investment was $3,000.
What did you just ask somebody like, hey, this is?
It was like a family friend. Yeah, it's like a family friend. And
shout outs to family friends.
Not
dude.
that they were super wealthy or anything. They just really supported.
Yeah.
So they invested $3,000 and then we got like another. I think we got $3K, then 20. We got $20K from the ex CEO of Chanel in Brazil, which is kind of cool. And then we raised then it started, I think, with our main investor, who's our CFO now, who has put in over like about 100,000 over the past 2 years, and then in between there we raised like another 7,500, another 10,000. One of our investors, like his whole company is space except us. It's kind of cool. He literally, all his other investments, he's in California. All his other investments are like Cube satellite propulsion tech.
Interesting. Except for you guys.
Yeah.
And so now your
It was
company
fun.
now your company now is showroom.
It's Showroom and Kickster.
Showroom.
We still
and
own
Kickster.
both. We still, but we're gonna. You'll see. Within a few months, we'll have both up. So.
So when in a few months is when everything's gonna be up and running.
Yeah. So showroom should be out. When does this come out?
The audio will come out tomorrow.
Okay. Cool. So basically now, yeah. So showroom. We're starting like public, but kind of let's say closed. Let's say it's like a closed beta, basically.
Okay.
Test in a few weeks.
Nice.
So that's when we'll start with people that we know, and get initial feedback. But it should be public for everyone within like 2 months.
Dude, and like again, man, the fact that you're
And then Kickster probably like 3 months after that will relaunch Kickster.
the fact that you're involved with YouTubers, and then like we talked about earlier before we went live, is a lot of YouTubers are trying to get their merch line up, you know, and you're saying that there's no real middle ground for that. It's either like people like Logan Paul, and they're having their merch and it's successful, or like H3's merch,
right?
Teddy Fresh.
Yeah. So when you get to a certain level of distribution, the whole game changes, right?
Of course.
Like you start making your stuff in large quantities overseas.
Yep.
You know, because it's cheaper.
Of course.
You know, and because the demand is guaranteed there. What people don't realize is that even someone with 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, they don't really know how much they can sell, and they might not sell more than a few hundred pieces in a month, or they might sell 10.
Yep.
It's really crazy. You could really fail.
Yes.
So with us, so basically that's exactly what it is. So like Logan, I think Logan Paul, he makes like I think $3 million a month on merch.
$3 million?
$3 million a month on merch. I don't know if that's revenue or not, but
dude.
But anyway,
that's still $3 million.
$2 to $3 million, let's say, in profit, right?
Even if you make $500,000 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Off merch.
Yeah. So I know some of the people who have like spoken to them about merch, and it's totally different, totally different game, like totally different business. Like they're doing much more custom things overseas in large quantities. Like I say, that's not a solution for 99% of people on the internet.
Yep.
They want no risk, really easy to set up, everything like that. So that's what we'll offer them. And it's self-serve. You can do it yourself. But also we're going to come out with so in cases like Sarah Dici or other people that I like and we want to bring on, we're giving them like help for free right now because we're just starting, and we'll give them some design help and stuff like that just to get them set up. But that's a service we're selling as well to companies. So like a company needs merch, we'll design it and send them samples and everything. It'll be like $10,000 or something like that. And they pay us to do that, and then they can buy whatever they want on top of that. And same thing with like celebrities. That's what we're doing. But it's primarily a self-serve platform. You can come on, everything's free. No money up front. In other words, there's only that you only pay for anything when you make a sale. So there's never anything out of your pocket. And our prices are really good. They're like better than every other alternative. You make more money. Like
such a good idea,
even Ninja on Twitch.
Yeah.
Or like let's use Ninja. Like Ninja's like, if people don't know, the biggest Twitch streamer in the world, right? Makes like $500 to $1 million a month profit playing video games, playing Fortnite. So he has merch with this company called TeePublic.
Okay.
And he makes $4 a shirt.
Profit.
On a $20 shirt. So they fix the cost to 20, give him 4, and then sometimes they even mark it on sale because they have site-wide sales. So it marks it down to like whatever, I don't know, 15. But point is, he gets 2. Mm-hmm. So let's say that the sale never even happens and he gets 4. Mm-hmm. With us, he would make over 7.
Interesting.
So like he would make $7 to $8.
Basic. It's like
so he could double his income overnight by switching to us, and I could onboard him in one day.
Dude,
that's
a great idea, man. Like,
so I'm going to. Like we're gonna, I'm already lining up all the Twitch streamers to approach. I know the guy who I have some connections in esports that I think will help.
Esports is gonna be big, dude.
Yeah, I met these guys who are like the #1 esports consulting agency in New York. They brought like League of Legends to Madison Square Garden and shit like that. Like they have people on their team who are like owned the development company that Blizzard used for World of Warcraft V1. Shit like that. Legend status. Like they could call up CEO of Riot, like CEO of Blizzard, like crazy. So they might be almost they might be too high up in a way because they're disconnected from the streamers.
Yeah.
But I feel like through them and through some other people, I know a few people at Twitch too. So, but through them, I'm gonna try to get to the right people. A lot of the like Dr. Disrespect and Shroud and stuff are like managed by agents.
Of course.
So yeah,
a lot of people
I really want Dr. Disrespect.
A lot of people don't realize that these people have agencies that are representing them. You know, like
yeah, it's very new.
Yeah, man. This is all very new, and you're getting involved in like the ground level of all this stuff. And
yeah, so just like we were talking about, you know, you make an investment in a relationship, right? Like I feel like I want to. I know that esports and streaming it's big in quotes, right? But it's not big compared to what it's going to be in 10 years.
No, like
I want to get in on the, like you said, on the ground floor of it.
Like my mom doesn't know what Twitch is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like my mom knows YouTube.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like once my mom knows what Twitch is, that's big.
So put something like I want to be known, and I want like our company to be known as like the people in YouTubers and Twitch to do merch with. I don't think that's hard. I don't think that's that impossible.
No, it's not. There's not a lot of people doing that I know of. You know
right.
what I mean?
I'm pretty confident in the YouTube side for sure because like we're starting with Sarah and there's plenty more people to do it for, and we're gonna get referrals like crazy.
Of course,
from those people because we're crushing it with them, and you know they have agents that have more clients, and I think I really want to be known as like the trusted person in that space and the trusted company in that space, and then you know their fans can use the platform, you know it's great, but then also in Twitch, like I want to be like the guy for Twitch merch, like because I see people getting ripped off and doing like they'll do fundraisers and use teas to raise money. And like they don't know it, but I know that they're getting ripped off. And even when they're raising money for a charity, that's fucked up. So I want to fix that. Now I want them to do it with us, where we take less money.
See, and there it is again. You're providing value to other people, man. You know what I mean? Like, dude,
we should be able to directly poach Twitch streamers and YouTubers from other platforms because we're that much better. Like the product is better. The product is being conservative. The product is equal or better for sure, and you make more money. So it should be a no-brainer.
Dude, I'm excited to see your showroom. I'm definitely gonna try it out. 100%.
Yeah, go for it. There's no risk. Who knows? You might sell some stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
You could make merch for this podcast.
Yeah. So is it only
merch for 368?
Is it only like t-shirts? Could I do like other things like mugs?
It's right now it's all apparel. Yeah, so it's
apparel.
It's like t-shirts, long sleeve tees, sweatshirts, hoodie sweatshirts. No hats yet, but soon.
Yeah.
But basically all the like basics of a streetwear line.
Got it.
Yeah. Hats are difficult because in the embroidery there's no way to do that without risk right now.
Yeah.
Without upfront cost.
Dude, it's crazy how big esports are getting because it made me think of it because you said you mainly play Overwatch.
Yeah.
And I think a few months ago I just found out that there's an Overwatch league.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to the grand final.
Dude.
It's in like 2 months.
This is another thing that made me realize that video games or another new thing is crossing over to the mainstream, which is video games, is that the owner of the Mets owns New York's Overwatch team.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
which is the best Overwatch team, by the way.
See,
They're all Koreans.
There's states. There's states in America that have Overwatch teams.
Cities.
Cities.
Yeah. That's inspired by. I really like what they're doing with the Overwatch team league. Actually, one of my major goals in business is to like own it Overwatch league team or some esports team. I really want it. I think I'd be a sick owner.
Dude, you should definitely aspire.
I mean, that'd be dope.
You
I think it'd be so fun too. Or honestly, I don't know. There's a lot. The problem is there's so many things I want to do, and I'm sure you want to do, and so many things to do.
There's a lot.
Like honestly, like all right, random things I would be cool doing, right? Like being like a captain of a boat. I think that'd be so cool.
Captain of a boat.
Be
That's
lit.
pretty dope. That is pretty dope.
Fuck tech, YouTube, everything. Just show on your boat, especially if you can get in like private yachting.
Oh yeah.
Captain of a yacht, that'd be dope.
They definitely make bread too. Captain of a yacht.
Yeah, and
They
you have like
make
no
bread.
expenses because you live on the water. And then other things like I think it'd be sick to like just like even work for like an Overwatch League team, like be an
Yes.
assistant coach.
Yes.
But esports team,
Yes. Dude, it's gonna get big, bro.
I really want to be involved with that. I don't have any desire to like own a or be involved with like a regular sports team. I don't think, but esports, dude, those teams were so they sold the teams for like 15 million, 25 million dollars
In the Overwatch League?
Yeah, that's why. These NFL owners are like, damn, we paid $2 billion, $5 billion for this. We could buy a whole team for $25 million
You could buy a whole fucking league with that.
in a huge growing market when football is practically dying.
It is. It really is, man. I feel
know?
like people there's all that brain trauma and
Yeah,
everybody's worried about that. And you think football's ever gonna really go away though?
it would be a long time before it goes away. But I don't know, but I'm not sure about the numbers of it. But I just feel like it's not. Let me put it this way: like the growth of esports is much larger than traditional sports.
100%.
The potential, because
100%.
it's so small.
What other games do you play, dude?
I played RuneScape and World of Warcraft
RuneScape.
before.
Gotcha.
I was like a guild master in World of Warcraft. I had a guild and shit.
See, like I don't know. I didn't take you for a person that would be interested in video games like that, but
Oh yeah. I also had like a pretty bad knee injury in 7th grade, and I was like out of school for the whole year, and I just played World of Warcraft pretty much and RuneScape. But yeah, Overwatch is my favorite game by far. I can't stand PUBG. How boring it is.
It feels
half the game.
It feels very
Overwatch is like
two-dimensional.
action and also like, you know what I realize is that what I like about Overwatch that makes it so good too is like and so action packed is also the way you move the characters. So in PUBG, it's realistic, right? So when you strafe left to right, there's a little slowdown period and speed up period.
Okay.
That makes you so it makes it when you click the key, it takes a second before you move full speed.
Okay.
In Overwatch, it doesn't exist. So when you strafe left to right, it's instant. So it's as Dr. Disrespect would put it, it's more athletic.
Okay.
You get it?
Yeah.
Do you watch him?
Yes, I do.
You know when he says like, God, this game is so unathletic. That PUBG, because it's slow. Overwatch is athletic. It's like super precise and there's a lot of strategy, team strategy in it. PUBG is like random. It's like you loot up the whole fucking game and you're on a hill. You think you're about to win and you just get flanked by 5 different teams and you lose. And you're like, fuck, there was nothing we could do about that.
It's really
that never
slow.
happens in Overwatch.
I played PUBG like
Unless you die and respawn and it's.
I played PUBG 2 to 3 times and it's just really slow for me. As opposed to
Yeah.
like Fortnite, and like I got introduced to Fortnite before PUBG,
Uh-huh.
and it's just really slow, man.
Yeah.
I'm not hating on it or anything.
What, Fortnite?
No. PUBG
PUBG?
it's really slow.
Yeah. I like it in squads because it's more fun, but in solo it's just really a drag.
Yeah.
I appreciate like the gunplay because it is really good.
In PUBG.
Yeah, but the problem is you don't never get to shoot anyone. They should make like a smaller map, really small, like
It's a big
whatever
map,
5v5 map or something like
It's
that.
a big map.
I feel where with respawns, like a version of Overwatch, but with something like that, maybe I would play. Like that's I guess like Call of Duty pretty much. But yeah,
Are you a fan of Call of Duty?
I never really played it.
Ever?
Not really.
What?
I never played. I didn't play. I had like a GameCube or whatever when I was a little kid, but I never played a lot of console.
Did you
until I
play
got
Smash? Super Smash Brothers?
Probably a little bit on GameCube or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I got a PC like a year ago or so. Yeah, about a year ago. I was actually mining Bitcoin on it.
How'd that go? Did you get any?
Yeah,
I don't even understand how that really works.
I mine like I can explain it. Point is I mined like $4 and then I checked it later and it was like $35. So I was like, all right,
Shit, why not?
But it's not, you don't make that much money mining on a gaming laptop. You know what I mean? You can make like $1 a day or something. But since then I sold that. And I bought, like we were talking, I bought Craig Adams' PC.
His PC.
So it's like a 10-core processor and stuff. So
Wait, is Craig not? He's not gaming. Is he?
it's not gaming.
He's over it.
Just totally gave it up. Yeah,
Dude, Craig's so interesting, man.
brutal
He's an interesting.
on the minimalism.
No, but I respect it though, man. Dude, I respect.
Bro,
how-
he threw out his standing desk, his automatic standing desk, because he couldn't find anyone to take it.
Dude, I don't blame him. I don't blame him though, cause like, shit,
No, I like it.
Me too.
I love it.
it's tough though.
All right,
man.
how Bitcoin mining works, right?
Oh yeah, Bitcoin. Am I? Sorry.
So Bitcoin and all cryptocurrencies, they run on a they're blockchain based currency, right? So basically, like when you're transacting in dollars, the bank is validating the transactions. When you're using your card, the bank guarantees, if you buy something from my online shop,
Yeah.
the bank is guaranteeing me that, or the service that's connected to a bank is guaranteeing me that money from you is actually real, right?
Yeah.
And it takes it out of your account because it's mine. That's the bank's tech is validating that. In Bitcoin or any cryptocurrency, the CPU power that's validating that is distributed among thousands or hundreds of thousands or millions of nodes on the network. A node is just a PC that's mining.
Okay.
So the mining is just running an algorithm on behalf of the currency to validate transactions. You're literally just lending computer power. That's what it is.
To the blockchain. Mm-hmm. Got it. Okay.
You're giving your processing power to the network and getting paid for it. That's what Bitcoin mining is.
Got it. Because in my mind, I thought you were like chipping away and actually getting Bitcoin.
No,
slowly.
yeah. No. I see Sam has those ASIC miners up there.
Yeah.
Those are ASIC stands for application specific integrated circuit.
Okay.
So it means that integrated circuit's like the CPU or like the processing unit, right? You could equate it to loosely, application specific means it's specific to one application. So it's very good at running one algorithm only. That you can't do anything else in that thing besides mine, basically. So it makes it very good at it. It's extremely loud and takes up a lot of power, and no wonder you don't have it on here. It's like that's how it sounds. Like I thought it was like a fan. It's like it's like it sounds crazy. But anyway, those are really good at mining. But I mined just on my GPU.
How long did it take you to get those $4?
With my old laptop, I think it took like 2 days or something, 3 days
To get $4.
I think so.
Which became 36.
Yeah, right. I was able to mine I started mining this other coin called Vertcoin that's actually ASIC resistant because the algorithm is different. So with the problem with ASIC, the problem with coins that use algorithms that can be mined with ASICs is that you get centralized mining locations. You get less because like the mining operations in China and stuff.
I know about them, like
Right.
of them.
They have that. There's just millions of those, or thousands of those, which is kind of defeating the purpose of decentralization.
Yeah, because then it's in.
You know what I mean? So it's actually better. It's actually better for the integrity of the network in a way, and the mission of crypto if you have more if you have more or less powerful computers. If you had like, Sam's computer as one node, and this computer as a node, my computer as a node, and even though they're we only have whatever, a GTX 1080 or something in there, you could have more nodes and it's more decentralized. So that's the criticism of ASICs, and then also basically it makes it better for the people with the GPU mining. So because if you're mining on an algorithm that is ASIC, that's really good, that ASICs are really good at, you're at a disadvantage. You're going to get paid less. But if you're on an ASIC resistant algorithm, which is going to be a different coin, then you're only competing against other GPUs.
Got it. No, man, it's interesting. All that stuff.
I'm gonna put that explanation on my YouTube channel.
No, please do, man. Please. No, a lot of people don't know what any of
You're
that
gonna
stuff
hit me
is.
up like Chris, the crypto expert.
Dude, a lot of people don't know anything about cryptocurrency.
Yeah, so
You know what I mean?
the way I learned that is, so see that the point of mining was not, I wasn't trying to make a profit mining. I was trying to learn. I was just learning that, what I just said. I used it to learn how it works.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how it works, including me. But
I
thank you.
have a few. I know some people who have been mining for like years.
Did you get involved in the crypto game early, or?
No, I'm not involved at all, really.
Okay.
I'm only involved from a standpoint of like, I know people who work in it, and I know some venture funds that do a lot of crypto, and we're trying, and I'll do their merch. That's basically it.
Yo, you're the merch guy, man.
Yeah, like one of our advisors actually connects like brands to startup events, and he's like transitioned into almost all crypto now. But yeah, I know who's a crypto like Troy Osinoff, you know him?
No, I don't know any.
Shout out Troy, right? So Troy was like mining Litecoin since 2014. So here we are, is acting like we're new on the block.
Fuck.
And then there's people who've been mining it before him, and
Dude,
yeah.
I know a couple people that made some serious money off of like
If you learn
Ethereum
if you remain extremely educated on like cutting edge tech and put your money where your mouth is, you'll win. But people don't do it.
No, a lot of people don't. They're scared, dude. A lot of people, like, I'm scared. Shit, you know what I mean?
Right. No, well, yeah, because it requires, a bold move.
Yeah.
But people aren't good at that.
No, man. People like safety, and I don't blame them. I totally don't blame them.
Yeah.
But
I get it.
exactly.
I get it, but I would never want to live it.
We do a thing at like the end of the show where if there's, I don't know how many people are watching, but we ask questions and see if if the viewers have any questions for us.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me, Chris? Like, I feel like you know what I mean? Like, feel free to ask. And
yeah, what are you working on?
what am I working on?
Yeah, right now.
I'm working on this podcast. I'm working on 368.
What are you doing? What's the projects at 368 right now?
Well, it's mainly just building stuff, man. Because
Okay.
like
The studios?
we're
podcast
building
rooms?
we built 2 podcast sets, and we're just basically getting everything straightened out, man. That's the whole thing.
Mhm.
It's right now it's a blank canvas with a lot of potential. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're just really building out the space and just making improvements to the building itself. Because there's a lot of
How did you meet these guys?
okay. So my story is, the way I got involved with this whole thing is I used to be a commercial photographer in New Jersey.
Got it.
I quit my job. I wasn't really happy with. I just felt like I needed to do something else, and I was a big fan of Casey's, like huge fan. 300,000 subscribers. I was just watching him. I forgot how I got introduced to him, but I remember just watching his Mercedes commercials when he had like 300,000 subscribers, and I was like, whoa, this dude's videos are dope. And then so I remember he had his address out. He would give out his studio address and tell people to send in self-addressed envelopes, and he'll send you stickers.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, so I know where his studio is. And so I actually came here and I snuck into the building and I knocked on the door and I asked for a job.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's the craziest I've ever heard.
Yeah, but this is before like people were doing this at all here. You know what I mean? Like there weren't anybody out. There wasn't anybody outside. It was only me. And then, like,
So when was this?
this was like 3.5 years ago.
Okay.
And the first time I came in, Casey's partner Matt opened the door, and I asked if I could talk to Casey, and he was like, "Oh, Casey's
Hackett?
not here." Yeah, Matt Hackett.
Okay.
And then he was like, "Oh, just email Casey." And I told him, I was like, "Oh, it says strictly on his website not to send emails regarding work." And Matt was like, "Oh no, he'll respond." He didn't respond, so I came back the next week, and I waited for Casey in the stairwell, and he finally came out, and then I had like 10 seconds to talk to him. I introduced myself. I said, I just want to work with you, not just work with you. I want to like help out in any way I can. I just want to surround myself with creative people and hardworking people. And then I remember he touched my shoulder and he just goes, "Miguel, I'm running really late. I have to go." And I was like, "Fuck, okay." And then like he's running downstairs. He's like, "You need to talk to Jack." And I was like, "Who's Jack? How do I get in contact with Jack?" By this time, he's already down the stairs. He's like, "I don't know, man. Figure it out." And I was like, "Fuck." And then this guy walks through the stairwell again, this other guy. And I turn around, I'm like, "Hey, are you Jack?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm Jack." And then so
This is crazy.
And then so I connected with Jack. He was like, "Yes, send me your resume." And he told me, he was like, "Yeah, there's no real positions open at Beam, but we have a janitorial spot open where you'll just be cleaning the studio. There's no contact with Casey. You'll be doing a lot of like grunt work. Are you okay with this?" And I was like, 100%. And so I started out as an intern and then became like Casey's studio manager, and then became Beam's office manager at the same time. And then Casey fully moved me over to Beam to be like the dedicated Beam office manager. And then I became an associate producer for Beam. And then when Beam went under, there was 3 people that got fired or laid off, and me and Jack were 2 out of the 3.
Okay.
And then Casey pulled me aside and was like, "Hey man, I'm doing something with this space, and I'd love for you to be involved." And I was like, he was like, "Are you down with that?" And I'm like, "Yes, 100%.
That's really one of the craziest hiring stories I've ever heard.
But
Absolutely.
and
one
like
of the craziest.
nobody try that nowadays, because it's not like that. Like there's so many kids that are waiting outside, and like there was a video that Casey put out of this kid that wouldn't leave.
I saw.
Like that's not how you do it. You know what I mean? Like I'm basically the one fan that got through.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's how I know. Like I don't see, that's weird. Like I don't tell the story to a lot of people. I haven't told the story a lot, just to like not encourage that kind of behavior.
Right.
You
Well,
know what I mean?
he's too big now. You know, for
Yeah.
that to work.
Yeah, so the timing just happened to work. I talked to Jack about it on the podcast. And I was like, "Dude, how come you?"
And bodyguard Sam will come over real quick.
Yo, dude, no, but yo, that kid was that was crazy. Like people don't realize.
Yeah.
People don't.
I mean, but to be fair though, he has 9 million fans.
Yes.
And his address is public.
Yes.
Can't be so shocked.
No, not at all.
I'm actually shocked that he hasn't gotten like more.
Yeah, it wasn't worse.
Something else.
Exactly.
I mean,
for the most part, man, people are nice, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people are
yeah. But even when you're talking about 99.9% of people at that scale, there's still a lot of people that are in the 0.1.
Oh yeah.
So like, I'm shocked he hasn't gotten like attacked in the street or something, like seriously.
But yeah, that's how I got involved in this.
That's so cool.
In this whole space, and
that's great. I would never try that.
I don't, dude. I was
my strategy is like the opposite.
Dude, I was in the stairwell and I was so fucking nervous. I was like, this guy might just punch me and just tell me to get the fuck out. What are you doing here? You're trespassing.
You go to the news case. He likes that punch you in the face.
Dude, like I didn't know what was gonna happen. I was terrified. But then like I just had to do it. I just really needed to do it because I thought that I would regret it if I didn't just try.
That's really gutsy. I mean, I could never wait downstairs from Kanye's house or something like that. Never.
Me neither. I didn't think I could, but dude, it was
not that Casey is Kanye, but
yeah.
Something like that.
That's how I got involved with them, and now I'm managing the space.
And how long have you been working now?
3.5 years, and now I'm managing the space for 368. Like we're because when I was at Beam, I was the office manager, and I built the whole space out basically by myself, and I know the space. Like there's a lot of things like messed up in that space. Like we have a back window that we're trying to repair, and we have to go through like historical landmarks because that's a historic building, and then like they need to build the window exactly.
What
like,
is a historic building?
368.
Oh,
Yeah, this whole block I think is like historic buildings, and so like it's very limited to what you can
yeah,
do,
they're
and
protected. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So like it's a lot of logistical, boring stuff that I take care of at 368, but
Got
it's the
it.
shit that needs to
So
get
who's
done.
the whole team?
Oh, Casey's gonna. Casey said that there's 5 of us. He's gonna put that out, and
Okay.
right now it's me, Patrick, Casey, and then he has his partner, and
Got it.
but he's gonna expose everybody in a bit. He'll introduce the team, and
Cool.
Dan Mace, dude. Shout outs to Dan
Yeah,
Mace.
yeah.
Have you met Dan?
No,
Dude, he's an awesome
I
guy.
haven't met him.
No, and it's crazy. I didn't know. I just found out recently that like Sarah Dici and John Hill are in
Yeah, I'm
this
serious.
building, like
Yeah,
right above us.
Right above you. Yeah.
See, that's wild. That this building has so many fucking creators, dude.
Yeah.
It's a creative building.
Yeah, I don't really know. I know there's like Oscar. but
Yeah.
I don't know who else.
Oscar, this guy Dylan with Dream Machine. They have like a video production company over there.
Okay, it's a lot of video.
Yeah, and then there's Irving Harvey. They're like a colorist company. Like they do color, and then like everybody
On
just
films?
collaborates and like
Interesting.
they do commercial shoots. Dream Machine.
Colorist for films.
Yeah, man, and commercials and
So it's a lot of like film and TV production.
yeah, man, and like into space.
Interesting.
It is, man. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. Colin, are there people watching right now?
Yeah, we got.
Oh, that's Colin, by the way. Colin got a mic today.
Yeah, we're
Oh, hey.
we're using this bike now. Yeah, we have like 7 people watching. We have a couple questions.
Okay, cool. Yeah,
You wanna
man.
go through them?
Yeah, sure.
Here, I'll put 'em up on
Let's go.
Totally. Yeah, and then I don't want to take up more of your Memorial Day, man. You know,
Jadar has one, and like
It's
some other
alright.
ones you guys
I'm
can
not
read
doing-
there and
It's not
stuff.
doing anything.
PUBG is bomb. Overwatch gameplay is a smoothie. What? Never played Overwatch. Looks so good. Oh, Boris, what's up, man? Question for Chris. How would you go about distributing mobile software that has a key element of people interacting in person while using the application?
Like an app. I'm assuming.
I guess.
That's hard. I mean, I would say you probably want to create you probably want to create those opportunities to meet up yourself in the beginning. Like so if you have an app, obviously you want to have the SEO as good as the App Store SEO as good as possible to get a lot of downloads. And then you want to maybe throw the meetups yourself where they need to meet up. So if it's like a trading app or something, like host a trading event around it, like every month or something to start. That's my advice.
Was there another question, Colin?
I don't think so. Everyone's just commenting on stuff.
Dude, I love that you have a mic, bro. I love that you have a mic.
Nah, it's mostly people it's all people we know for the most part, like watching live.
Cool.
Kid Ox, Noah Tandari, I know those guys.
Yeah,
dude.
right?
Boris Apple.
Jelani.
Yo, Boris, I killed you in PUBG last night.
Damn.
Sorry. But then he got me back. We were
You
playing
guys all play. Like, you played with Colin, right?
Yeah, we were playing last night.
Oh, that's you. You're correct.
Yeah, dude. You didn't know that? Nobody ever knows that because I
No,
never say it.
dude.
I never say it.
No, I did not know.
No, I never say it. You know
I
what's
did
so
not
funny?
know.
For the longest time, like I was in here like helping Sam shoot videos and stuff like that, and he never, like he didn't know. Like I was talking to him online and playing video games with him, and he's like, "Whoa, what the hell, Colin? You're this guy?" Like that's why. Like, I mean, dude, you're talking about like WoW and stuff like that. Gaming is is so important for like building those relationships and stuff like that, especially in the tech space. People love that.
I like how I'm the recent follower, but I'm the guest too.
Yeah.
Yes. That's funny.
Yo, thanks for the follow, Chris. I
Yeah, there you
appreciate
go,
that.
dude.
Really, really appreciate that, man. Yeah, I think we'll wrap it up, man. I mean,
Cool.
did you have any other questions? Dude,
No.
I think your story is amazing, bro. You're really inspiring. The fact that you're out there like
Thank you.
hustling, homie. You really are. And when I went to your event, it felt really solid. I was looking, I was like, oh shit,
It was good, right?
yeah, man. Like it was really done right, and
Yeah,
it was really impressive.
I feel like I don't know. To me, it's not that hard to throw a good event.
No, you
It's
just gotta
like-
put in work, dude.
It's like the people is the most important part. That's what people forget. Like if we had the greatest people in the world, it wouldn't even matter if the venue was nice or food or whatever. Really, it's
Yeah.
most important is people go there and they meet someone who they stay in touch with and they like and they enjoy, right? So
And you're
get
enabling that,
value
man.
out.
And you're enabling that.
Exactly. So we do that on a really high level. But then also have what was that?
Kidox donated. Thanks, dude.
Again?
Woo!
Hey, Kidox, thanks for.
Do we
dude.
split the we split the 10 bits? I need
The
two.
10 cents, yeah.
Kidox, thank you, dude. I appreciate that.
Thanks, good us. And then yeah, so if you create that environment, then that's what it's really all about. Like, but then on top of that, we do have the dope venue and the nice food and the custom graphics on the wall.
Yeah, dude.
Alex Castro. I manage Alex Castro as well, the graphic artist that did that. He works at The Verge too.
Dude. And yeah,
So-
I saw the pictures of like when like the pop up during the day, like you had
Yeah.
a pop up and there was lines of people outside.
Yeah.
Dude.
So what I hope to do is do a similar event for the people that are using Showroom, like the YouTubers that are using Showroom, and
Got it.
throw like one of those sponsored by Showroom, basically.
Dude, you're killing it, bro.
Yeah, or especially for hopefully we do one for Sarah's fall collection,
Dude, you're killing it. You're killing it, man.
which exists.
Yo, I have a question for you, Chris.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
how are you guys doing this for Showroom? Are you like how are you outdoing the competition? Are you just taking less money as a percentage so that you can get the majority of people using your
Well, most
or is
of,
it like chains of, like
it's different in a lot of ways. Most services are like, what up? Sam. Most services are you either make your own shirt, or you're making like one piece to sell. This is you can make your own fashion line, your whole line. That's one big difference. But other than that, we take less than most other than all the other ones, and we also don't do things like advertise other products over yours, stuff like that. So like if you're like if you have your own line for this podcast, it wouldn't be on other platforms. They advertise like furniture over your own line, which is crazy to me. So
Gotcha. Cool.
yeah,
Dude, Chris, thanks for being on the podcast, dude.
yeah, you got it, man.
Appreciate it. Thanks, bro.
Thanks for having me.
Are we good, Colin?